first read the script, I was like, this is a really interesting take on the John Wick world, having it told from a female perspective, and to have so many leading female characters who are strong, back to back with each other on screen. I thought, well, that's going to be really interesting to see, especially the relationship with Nogi and Eve. I thought, well, I've seen this so many times with men, but not so many times with the women. So I was like, let's get into that, definitely. And I was up for it, of course, because of the cast. There are so many people within it. Anjelica, Huston, McShane, Ana. It's a no-brainer, really. I had to say yes. It has always been a dream of mine to be in a role where it's something connected to the underworld, underground, and assassins. So for me, it's like we've only seen that a couple of times, and in this story we get to see her backstory, but also how she is challenged by wanting to do the right thing with regards to everybody, her future, with regards to the Ruska Roma. So it's a slightly different take on the assassin with their movement forward by doing the right thing, as opposed to sticking with the gang and honor. I think because Nogi meets Eve at such a young age, her first perception of Eve is that she's this strong, determined survivor who has, in a way like Nogi, come from a world where she cannot be anymore. And so there is an understanding of being left on your own, an orphan, and then becoming in your own strength, your own entity. And I believe as they grow, their relationship does strengthen, and there's a slight maternal connection, but it is always about pushing forward and finding her own voice and her own character and her own identity. To know you're coming on a John Wick franchise is one of the most exciting things for me because of the stunts. And as soon as I was told that they had me on board, I was like, do I get to do any stunts? Do I get to fire any guns? And of course they have you on board. Yeah, I've got a whole orientation with the guns, the hand rifles. They've had me with the stunt teams doing some martial arts here and there, some fights, some punches. But one of the beautiful things of that is it's sort of like a nice way of being welcomed into the Ballerina family, and knowing that we all have a language that is unified, and that we can, even if we're just standing there, we've actually in some way lived that part of the induction. It's interesting. I've fired many handguns before. I fired rifles, but the specificity, the strict regimen of this team here, it's like, this is how you hold a gun, this is how you take out the barrel, this is how you load bullets. It's been much more detailed, and I think the reason they do that is because they have a fan base that strongly know and understand the world of martial arts, of weaponry. So everybody is looking with a fine-tooth comb and a microscope to see that the truth is there, that it looks real, that it is believable. And so, that's part of what makes this so special. Everybody knows what they're doing. It's not just mimicry, I think the audience are really gonna take to Eve, to Ana. I've seen some footage of the film so far, and she's incredible. She's absolutely incredible, and it's lovely to know that there is a kick-ass energy coming out of this fine performance. She's outstanding, and I think they will take to her, and hopefully it will be just the beginning for her story and her journey.
When you think of me, you should think of fire.